Greetings, everyone. Well, it's Closer Look time again here on the Multimedia Chronicles. Today, we're going to be talking about the sort of little-known gem of the Saturday mornings of 1986, Galaxy High School, essentially an animated sitcom about life in an alien high school where two Earthlings get chosen as part of their exchange program to go and become students at Galaxy High. So let's check it out. We got the complete series set here. And that's what we're going to look at today on a closer look on the Multimedia Chronicles. Welcome back. So, I first heard about Galaxy High in this issue of Starlog magazine. Yes, back in the days before the internet, Starlog was where nerds like me got most of our information about upcoming sci-fi and animated sci-fi television and movies and stuff like that. They always had interesting articles and behind-the-scenes tidbits and stuff. It was a great magazine, and I loved it. So anyway, there was this one particular issue which I actually picked up because it had a big feature about Howard the Duck, which of course I'm a huge fan of. And in that same issue, they had an article about the real Ghostbusters. It was the first time I'd ever heard about the real Ghostbusters, and an article about Galaxy High School. So it just looked like a really fun kind of, sci-fi comedy series. And unfortunately, I don't think it was on in my area, so it was one of those ones that I had heard about and wanted to see, but didn't get the chance to see until getting this DVD set, essentially. This was sent to me by Frank of the It's Frank YouTube channel. Very grateful for him sending me this set, because it's a show I'd been wanting to check out for a very long time. And I gotta say, honestly, I mean, even though it's a Saturday morning show, this has some, serious credentials behind it. It's produced by Chris Columbus, who you guys might know as the director of Gremlins and the first couple of Harry Potter films. So it was kind of interesting. This, I think, was one of his few, if not his only, foray into animated television. And so he was kind of bringing this sensibility of working on feature films into the animated world. And it's just got this wonderful motley crew of, alien teenage characters, essentially. And I love the kind of flip around it does with the two leads. So you have Amy and Doyle, who are two Earthlings that are accepted into Galaxy High School as part of their exchange program. So it's like a foreign exchange program on acid. I mean, some of these alien creatures are pretty wild and strange. But the humor of it is genuinely funny. I mean, it really does kind of just poke fun at a lot of the clickiness and, bullying and things like that. All the trials and tribulations of high school, but set in this kooky sci-fi setting with this wonderful stylized designs for all the different characters and such. So back on Earth, Amy was kind of the nerdy bookworm type, which in the 80s was not as cool and accepted as being a nerdy bookworm type is nowadays. I love how the geeks have basically taken over the world these days. We won! Anyway, and then Doyle is basically the popular jock character. So when they arrive at Galaxy High, all the aliens actually gravitate towards Amy. They find her more interesting and more desirable to be friends with and hang around with than Doyle. Doyle is actually seen as kind of a loser in this particular society. So it kind of flips things on its head. So, for nerds of the day, I'm sure this show was wonderful to see, like, the nerds kind of triumph in that respect. Anyway, finally getting a chance to check it out has been great. It's just such a fun and funny series. I love the animation style in it and the visual style. It's just got this real, you can tell they really kind of just cut loose with the creativity with some of the characters and whatnot. And it's a lot of fun. So, in the slideshow of the covers that I have for you this time around, I actually did find high-resolution scans of that entire issue of Starlog magazine. So as a little bonus for you, a little bit later in the show, I'll give you a look at that article. And now, because I've rendered this whole thing out in 4K, if you pause, you should be able to read the article for yourself if you would like to. Yeah, if you go on to actually archive.org, there's, I think, a complete archive of every issue there's ever been of Starlog. It's long out of print and no longer available, obviously, and how else can you see it other than to track down the back issues, I guess. But yeah, so that's where I found it, was on archive.org, where they have a whole bunch of the old issues of Starlog, which is great. So anyway, if you stick around for the slideshow towards the end of the tabletop segment, you can read that article for yourself and see how I discovered it and get a little bit more information about it and the various characters and whatnot for yourself. So speaking of which, let's head on down to the black table and take a closer look at Galaxy High School. Okay, so here we have Galaxy High School, the complete series. So this is a very nice little box set that has both volumes. I don't know why they did this as 2 volumes. It's only 13 episodes. But I guess just milking it a little bit. And that's the box. So it's just your fairly standard, flimsy slip box here. Has the title on all sides. Underneath, it's just basic info underneath. And then we have, which one is which here? Yeah, so we have Volume 1 and Volume 2. Sorry, it's all upside down on my side, so it's a little tricky to get everything aligned properly. Anyway, Volume 1 and Volume 2. So we'll just take a quick look at Volume 1 here. So, as I recall, this is divided up fairly evenly. Yeah, this is episodes 1 through 7, and then the second volume is episodes 8 through 13. So there's 7 episodes on one disc, the remaining 6 on the other. See, that's the right way to do it with the 13 episode series. Just divide it up as evenly as you can so you can maximize the bit rate and whatnot. So there you go. Very nice. This show's a lot of fun. I like this show a lot, actually. And there we go. We have Volume 2, which is the remaining 6 episodes. And there you go. You can see it actually does say Volume 2 on the spine. The other one does not say specifically Volume 1. It just says Galaxy High School. And then take a look on the back there. Very nice. Very stylized design. And that's that. So that is the last 6 episodes of Galaxy High School. Very nice. So there we go. Ta-da! And then, of course, we put them back in the box, like so. And there you go. And you could, of course, buy the 2 volumes individually as well, but this was sent to me by Frank, I believe. Good old Frank has sent me many things over the years. And he actually got the little box set here, which is quite nice. And there you have it. So I'm sure you'll agree, quite a fun-looking show, and having watched a bunch of episodes since getting this DVD set, I can confirm it is a very fun show. And, I mean, I've always been a fan of, like, sort of teen angst stuff and just, the high school life stuff, because I remember what hell it was for me. And it's just a breeding ground for drama, conflict, and comedy. So it's no wonder that we have so many TV shows and movies set in, a high school setting. So this kind of takes some of those tropes and turns them on their head by putting in this silly sci-fi setting, and it's a lot of fun. I like it a lot. Alrighty, well that is it from me to you for now. Hope you enjoyed. Big thanks to my you for watching. Big thanks to my Patreon sponsors. Don't forget to hit thanks if you'd like to support the show. Be sure to catch me on Twitch, where I stream just about every day. And I will see you next time. Until then, sayonara.